everybody, welcome to my very first video on my channel. So I figured that for my first video I would do a story time. I just feel like it would be more fitting. So the story I'm going to be telling you is the time that I was attacked by a deadly weapon. So when COVID started back in 2020, it was really hard to find a good paying job. I had a connect at McDonald's that would hook me up with a job, and surprisingly for a McDonald's job, he was paying me pretty good. So a few months went by and I made a few friends and a few enemies, unfortunately. So there's this guy, let's call him Goofy.
How you doing, pal?
Goofy was a very odd individual. He was one of the oldest people working at McDonald's at the time. He had something like 12 years over me, and at the time I was like 19. The thing about Goofy is he tried really hard to compete with the teens of McDonald's. More specifically me, more so than others. When me and the boys would play fight on downtime when work was slow or whatever, he would frequently involve himself and he would challenge me or whatever. It's all fun and games. But then one day he was like, "Hey Josh, I think that maybe we should box." Me, being always with the shits like I am, I was like, of course Goofy, tomorrow I'll bring my gloves after work and we will go for 3 rounds. Something like that. A day later, the hour is 12 a.m. Me and Goofy standing toe to toe with boxing gloves on in an empty McDonald's parking lot. We start with regular boxing rules, face shots included. So for 2 3-minute rounds, Goofy spent the whole entire time running from me.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
So round 3 comes, and I am upset. I left my running shoes at home, so my feet hurt. So I asked him, "Bruh, do you just want to play fucking tag? Because you just have me running after you this whole entire time." And he says, "Well, I'm afraid to get hit in the face."
You serious?
Like, how are you going to challenge somebody to a boxing match and get afraid to get touched up? Like, it happens. It's a fucking boxing match.
You stupid.
So, me being the understanding gentleman that I am, I suggested that we do a round of body shots. But little did he know that I was plotting on him. So I had something for all that running he was doing. So where we were boxing, there's this like little shed. McDonald's has this little shed for all its like extra shit or whatever. And I made sure that his back was towards that wall, like probably like 6 feet away from the wall. So as soon as the round started, I would just rush him. So we touched gloves for round 3, and I go to charge him, and this motherfucker punches me right in the face. Like, he legit jabbed me right in my nose when we said that we were going to be doing body shots. So that right there, that kind of got me upset. That jab he threw, when I charged him, I ate that shit. Nothing. Got him against the wall. Landed the most cleanest 6-hit combination to the body that you have ever seen. I folded him like a fucking lawn chair. He was groaning in pain. So at the time, Goofy and I were cool. So me being a sportsman I am, I helped him up. I made sure he was alright. And that was it. Remember this part though. You'll get to see why I'm calling him Goofy for the story. Alright, fast forward to the day where I almost lost my life. Probably a month after I snatched this man's body from him.
Snatch your forehead the fuck up.
I wasn't having the best of days. Goofy gets into these moods where periodically he would start roasting people for no reason. So he's doing his thing and I'm minding my business. He starts roasting me and I warn him. I'm like, Goofy, I'm not having the best of days, so can you please just leave me alone for right now? So this man decides to continue and I just stay quiet because it's not cool taking out your frustrations on somebody that has nothing to do with why you're upset. So I just played it cool. But everybody has their limit. But instead of being aggressive, I just started roasting his entire existence. And let me just tell you, he didn't like it. He took it to the heart. At this point, Goofy is upset, so he asks if he could get sent home from his shift early. That's cool, that's fine, whatever. I wasn't really stressing it, even though I had to pick up his work, whatever. So 2 hours pass, and I hear that he's coming back to finish his shift because, you know, he wanted the money or whatever. So right before he walks into the door, I get a text on my phone, and it's from Goofy, and it reads, I don't think we should be friends no more. I found that to be really funny because he can dish it out all day, but he can't take it. So he gets back to the job and I decided that I'm going to clown him for the rest of the shift.
You know what you are? You know what you are? You're a clown.
I'm a clown?
You're a clown.
Looking back at the situation though, I can admit that clowning him wasn't the best idea, but once you get me going, it's hard stopping me, if you know what I mean. Like, it takes a lot to get me into that asshole mode, but like once you do it, it's like you fucked up. So I spent a good portion of the rest of my shift going around to the buddies I work with saying, I don't think we should be friends no more. And I made sure to do it loud enough where Goofy could hear me. Guys, this is where it starts to get a little crazy. Viewer discretion is advised. So I say to my manager, I don't think we should be friends anymore. And Goofy, he comes around the corner with Sorry guys, this is kind of hard for me to talk about. Just give me a moment, please.
A few moments later.
So Goofy comes around the corner with a blue plastic stick that's meant for cleaning grills. And he points it directly at my face. So this weapon is about 3 feet long and weighs a grand total of about 2 pounds. And he just points the stick at me. Who does that? The look in his eyes was that of a killer. What he says next will stick with me for the rest of my life. He said that if I was to say that sentence again, that he will whack me over the head with that stick. I was so scared, so I got on my knees and begged for my life. Can you blame me though? What would you do if you had a plastic stick pointed right at your face? He raises his weapon and he strikes me down, almost fatally wounding me. From there, I was rushed to the hospital where I spent the next few months learning how to live again. The craziest part is, that's not how that happened at all.
You thought!
So what actually happened is when he pulled the stick out on me, he made sure that he was standing behind a woman, like pointing the stick over her shoulder, pointing at me, talking all that hot behind a woman. I'm pretty sure he knew that I wouldn't give him a jaw check if I had to swing around a woman. That's just not how I roll. I remained calm. I knew that he wasn't going to do nothing with that damn stick. I also knew that me and Goofy got out at the same damn time. So naturally, I waited and I plotted. So the workday finishes and he made sure to clock out as fast as he could, and he actually, like, he physically ran out the back door. Like, I watched him with my own eyes. Damn, let me clock out before I get my ass beat. But I knew he was gonna do that, so I made sure that I knew exactly where he was gonna run off to. So basically, when I caught up to him, I told him to apologize for that stupid shit he pulled before I slapped the taste out his mouth.
If you don't knock him out, you are
And of course, he made sure to apologize because I'm pretty sure he jogged his memory of that little body shot match that we had, you know, way back when. Looking back, I can admit that things could have been handled differently on both ends, but that's just how it played out, you know, can't change it now. Goofy, if by some chance that you are able to see this video, can you please answer me this one question? You can actually find a good amount of decent weapons to use at McDonald's, so why on God's blue earth did you choose to come at me with a fucking plastic stick?
You fucking dummy!
To this day, I cannot wrap my head around your choice of weaponry. Why not choose literally anything else that's an actual cause for concern? With that, I end the story. If you enjoyed this video, grab your nearest plastic stick and whack that like button across the head. Comment a time where you were in a similar situation and share my channel with a friend. Peace.